Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Kelly's Creative Dream Studios. This is Kelly, and we are talking junk journals again. But for this belated Mixed Media Monday, we are talking about junk journals and the new Junk Journal Challenge with Pink Oddbird. Now, her idea is that we are going to go back to basics, and when we think junk journals, we're not going to add any of the papers and scrapbook papers, that kind of thing that people add. We are strictly working with junk, similar to what we did with the January Junk Journal Challenge with Dear Julie. So, and I have some of those items left over from that challenge I will be incorporating into this challenge. But I'm starting with this box from Stampin' Up! That one of my albums came in, and I'm going to remove all the tabs. This one I think I'm going to keep, and I'm just going to, so that I don't have a relax here, I think I'm going to leave that and seal it. But then I'm just going to remove, sorry, I had a sliding episode over here. I'm going to take and remove this side of the box where it's seamed, and that'll give me about a 2.5-inch spine. I also will probably cut this down a little narrower, and you'll see why in just a minute. So this is going to be my cover base, a box. Okay. After the box, then I decided that for my pages this time, I'm going to use all the same size of envelopes. So while it's not really going to be an envelope journal, it kind of is, because all the pages are going to be from envelopes. So what I'm going to do is I've gone through and I've picked out all about the same size of envelopes. Got one here that doesn't want to play nice. Most of them are bank and investment envelopes, so they're all about the same size. They all have, a lot of them have windows. I've picked out a couple extras that are a little bit smaller, but they're about the same size, but they've got some color to them. I found this business envelope, or manila envelope, in my stash. So I've got that. AARP for a little yellow. And then I've got several of these from One Spirit, and I like this big window here. And I love their back colors. Now the other thing about One Spirit envelopes is I also have been saving all of the contents so that I can add these as pages and use these as jumping off points for within the journal itself. So I've got all of those. So those are going to be our pages. For the most part. Now I do have a box down here where I started accumulating last night while I was watching Pink Oddbird's video. Let's see if I can set that off the side. I've got a 2018 monthly calendar that I may or may not use, but it's here. But I've got note pages, this kind of stuff in here that I can use these if I need to. I also went through, also found this big envelope from my investment planner last night. So I've got envelopes galore to use, and those are primarily going to be my pages. It's just envelopes. I may take and fold some of them in half. I will may insert them like we do in the envelope journals to create the pages. That will probably be either later this week or maybe next week. We'll do that one. Then I found this video. This came in my mail last week, and look at the color in these pages. These are going to make some awesome book pockets with some of these pages. And I've got a lot of this. Let's see what I did with those last night. Oh, they are in an envelope in the bottom here. We'll come back to something like this, but I'll show you. This comes into play later as well. I also went through in one of my retired Stampin' Up! Magazines catalogs that I'll be pitching, and I pulled out images that I think I will use. I have this flyer from Stampin' Up! That I could put put two of these together. So this would be the seam, and then I'd have a double fold out, and these will come out to be about the same size as the envelopes. This came off of a table runner. Who knows what I'll wind up doing with it, but I love the little image here. I love this yellow. These are really cool. I love these. These are from Yogi Detox tea boxes, and on the inside, they're like a adult coloring book kind of thing. So I have several of these that I have pulled, as well as Kleenex boxes. Kleenex boxes are getting prettier by the day. So I've got some of this that I could use, and that gives me a tag with a pretty side already taken care of for me. I don't have to do anything with it. I got new t-shirts from Happy Planner in the mail the other day, and these tissue papers were in with the t-shirts. I should have put a TV tray over here to go through some of this stuff. More envelopes. If I wanted, smaller pages. This packaging paper that was left over from the January challenge that came in a shipment of something, probably from Amazon. So I've got that I could use. I think this may actually become part of what I cover. This was the front and back cover of the catalog from Stampin' Up. And then here is, get this out of the way. I also have some of my papers that I saved to print on the back side if I want to add some plain white paper. And then this envelope, by the way, these envelopes are the coolest. They are a zipper document bag from Dollar Tree. And you get 2 pockets. Let's see if I can get this. Yeah, it says easy peel, but I got to tell you, sometimes that easy peel is not as easy as it says, like that. So I'll have to come back and peel that off just to show that easy peel is not so easy some days. But that'll peel off. But anyway. You have a big pocket here, plus you have the inside pocket here. And in this one, what I have done is that one catalog last night that I stripped out, I cut out images of things that I thought I could use to decorate tags, corners. And that page that I showed you in the quilting catalog, I've also gone through and pulled out those same kinds of papers off the top of the pages in the Stampin' Up! Catalog. This is where we display in the catalog, show off what the suite is, or the collection of everything that goes with this, the stamps, the dies, inks, ribbons, that kind of stuff. And then this shows the paper grouping that goes in that collection. And I have one for every one of those collections. So I have these I can put to use in there. I think they'd make additions to belly bands, page borders, that kind of thing. So I have those. And lastly we have, something else that I pulled. These travel brochure thingies that I get at the hotel that they tuck your hotel keys in. I've got a couple of these that I can take and again, maybe put those together, so try to fold them to where I've got the pocket going one direction on one side and the other. So I've got those to play with. And then this is the remnants left over from the January challenge. All these kinds of things. I've got the bad bookmarks that I can cover. The flinch cards, won't be able to use this time, but some of these other things, these Yogi tea packets. So I've got a whole stack of them here. And the ginger tea just for a different color that will make nice corner tucks and pockets. So I've got those all in here. I also have a stack of my business cards. These say Kelly's Creative Stamping and my stamping blog spot, and since that's all gone, I've got all these that I can use for tags instead of just throwing those away. Stamps, new flip outs. I'm really getting into this whole flip out thing and using what I have as opposed to creating folders. And then I have, these are cut-offs from where I had to shorten the notepads to fit into my menu planner. So I've got those. I've got this cut-off from a doily. Coffee rewards punch cards for a company that is no longer in existence. So I've got those. Lots of things to play with. Looking in here and seeing what I've got. Book pages. Book pages. That I had inked up and then not used all of. These little bits and pieces could probably be used. I'm going to stick these in the plastic so that they'll not... I also have some Tim Holtz packaging. I know that was noisy, I'm sorry. I also have some Tim Holtz packaging. It's got a really pretty, if you've not seen Tim Holtz stuff, it has a really pretty background paper. Hang on just a second. Let me grab one really fast. I didn't think to grab these out of the drawer, but I love his backing. And whenever I take anything out of his packaging, I save these because it's just got a nice vintage vibe to it that I love. And I don't have to distress it at all. The color is just perfect. So that is the Junk Journal Challenge throwback with Pink Oddbird. And so that's one of the things I'm going to be playing with this month. I know, like I need anything else with a book to finish. But some days you just gotta play. So I'm finally getting the studio in order. I will be doing a tour of that hopefully in the next couple of weeks. What I may do is wait till Bob gets home, let him man the camera, and I will give you a walkthrough tour of the studio, at least the crafting side. And but it's getting there. It's coming. I've been stripping everything out of the studio into the living room that is not attached in some way. I'm going to come in and I'm going to shampoo the carpet and give it a good couple of days to dry, and then I'm going to start moving everything back in. My goal is to have this finished by the time my sissy gets here for a 5-day sister weekend, which will be a week from tomorrow. So I have a lot to do in a very short time, but I'm looking forward to 5 days of just crafting with my sissy in a room where we can find things and get to them and have room for both of us to play at the big work table. It's going to be a lot of fun. So that's Mixed Media Monday, a day late. And I will try to get the other videos filmed this week so they're ready to roll next week and I won't have to be late again from now on. I want to thank all of my new subscribers this week. You guys are awesome. For those of you who've subscribed in the past and you're coming back, thank you. I so much appreciate you. You just do not know how much I get excited when I see that somebody else has joined my channel. So if you like to see the mixed media videos, give this one a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss the progression of how these junk journals and all of my other projects come together. Thanks for joining me in the studio today. Have a creative day. Bye-bye.